and is to actually capitalize on the opportunity that the OSC policy has given to boards. You have given them a graceful way, okay, to deal with this. They shun performance management. They don't want to step up to directors that need to be replaced. This is a graceful way out. Oh my goodness, you know, we got to look at diversity. We're forced to do that, right? But it's really an opportunity to go and enhance the caliber of the board. And I think you need to take it, right? The problem is we are going to see some recruiting for tokenism. Oh, give me a woman, any woman kind of thing, right? That is going to be a nightmare because boards are bad at performance management, okay? They've proven that they can do that. So that is the worst thing that could happen. But I'm optimistic that some of the best things will happen, which is that this will be an opportunity to really bring some wow caliber directors onto Canadian boards. I think the OSC's diversity policy opens the door to address and refresh the board. And I would urge Canadian companies to take this. This is a wonderful opportunity. The female talent pool for Canadian boards is jaw-dropping, okay? There is no need to settle. There is wow caliber talent that can really go into your boardroom and be an asset, you know, where your executives are, wow, there was some insights in there that were fantastic. You want to reconsider how you're recruiting. There is a middle ground starting to emerge between the Rolodex and the retainer, and it is fertile ground. So you want to explore that. What are some other ways to surface this talent? And always keep in mind that the overarching goal here is to put the best possible governance team on the field.